I have I-751 pending, right?
Yes.
I got a divorce October 2019, right? I know I'm supposed to inform USCIS, but I haven't done that because I was waiting on some money to get a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
Travels next week.
You can travel next week. You have a pending I-751. It's perfectly okay. But you need to get a lawyer sooner than later.
Okay, I have a question. I consulted a lawyer. He told me to do over the I-751.
No. You write them a letter saying, I am now divorced. Here's my divorce decree. Please convert this to a waiver case. It's a 2-sentence letter.
So do I need assistance from you to do that?
Do you need assistance to write a 2-sentence letter? No. Do you need assistance to get your green card? Absolutely. Because you're not even sure what to do. So hold on. Yes, I think you need assistance. To write a 2-sentence letter, you don't. To get you your green card? Yes, absolutely. Hold on 1 second.
I have just one question. I have a co-sponsor, and he's making like $100,000 per year. He doesn't have a paycheck, he's like a kind of business owner. So, but he paid tax, every year.
That's fine. Sam, that's fine. He makes $100,000 a year. He files his tax returns. He shows he earns $100,000 a year. Nobody files a tax return and pays taxes on $100,000 if they didn't earn it. So it's fine. Just prove that he filed his taxes.
My family and I, we decided to, do the CATS relief for my sister's case. I last spoke to you. Let me ask you something. For CATS relief, she fears I'm going back to, our country, Mexico and Sinaloa. There's a lot of drug cartels over there. It's a dangerous place. And we also have death certificates of our relatives that they killed in 1995. I don't know if that would hold for a good case.
I don't know.
Or maybe I'm not understanding what CATS relief is.
First of all, it's CAT relief, not CATS.
I'm sorry.
Against torture.
Yes.
And what you have to show is that you yourself, not that it's a dangerous country, because I don't think you're going to be able to show that Mexico is just a generally dangerous country. You wouldn't get it anyway. There's still tourists that go to Mexico, and it's a big tourist mecca, and you don't have to go to the most dangerous part of Mexico to be resettled. What you have to show for Convention Against Torture is that the person who's getting deported, that specific individual, that person is being targeted for torture or death by the government or by somebody the government can't control. And basically that we would be sending that person back to Mexico to a death sentence or to a torture sentence. That's what you would need to be able to show.
Oh, wow, that would be, So if I have a death certificates of 3 brothers that got killed over there in 1995,
that means that somebody killed somebody else in Mexico. You have to show that person who's getting deported is in danger.
I get you.
I'll give you a perfect example. Your most perfect example for Convention Against Torture is the guy who turns state's evidence and puts away 10 drug dealers in jail in America, and then implicates more drug dealers in their home country, whether it's Mexico or wherever. And that drug dealer who was implicated in Mexico and his associates who were put in jail in America, basically get word to the guy who turns state's evidence, says, you're a dead man when you get home. Now that guy,
because he'll be called a rat.
And there's no way the government's going to protect him or her. That's the situation you use Convention. And I just made up. There's a lot of different things, but we see it that way.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, no, we just thought that maybe we turned those in, that she's scared that might happen to her, but she was only 10 years old when that happened.
She's in deportation right now?
She will be anytime soon. She got that 3-year sentence for conspiracy for a green card.
Okay, so she needs to have a consultation with us.
Okay, so we'll call back the lady. Yes. She gave me the number for the consultation.
Wait, hold on.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yes.
All right.
I'm calling them back because I talked to you a couple of weeks ago, so I'm pretty much have a couple more questions.
Sure.
Because I did talk to you about a felony. So if you have a felony, can you still get your citizenship?
You can get your citizenship if you don't have an aggravated felony. There are some felonies that are not aggravated felonies. There are others that are aggravated felonies. There are misdemeanors that could be aggravated felonies. So my question to you is, the obvious question, what's your felony?
mail fraud and wire fraud. It was a lottery scheme. I was like a middleman.
Was the loss, the fraud in excess of $10,000?
Yes, sir.
Then you're an aggravated felon. You cannot become a citizen.
But I did get a waiver from the immigration.
Great.
Is that
so
something
you get to keep your green card for life. You're still barred from becoming a citizen.
No, because at the time I didn't get my green card. When I do my time and everything, I didn't have any green card at that time. After I finished my time, then
if you have an aggravated felony, and that conviction is after November 15th, 1990, no matter it happened before you got your green card, after you got your green card, if you got a waiver to get your green card, mazel tov, but you're not going to become a citizen.
Hi, so I have a question about the UVisa. I was attacked in a bus stop when I was on F1 visa in 2015.
Yes.
And I was transported to hospital in 911, but I tried to retrieve the police report, but they couldn't find. I mean, I don't know if it is not filed or if it is filed, but I couldn't retrieve the police report. Is there anything we can do now?
Yes, you need to contact the local police who investigated this or the district attorney's office. You have to show that you cooperated with law enforcement. So
I mean, actually, there's no police that contacted me.
Then if no police contacted you, you never cooperated with law enforcement, then you're not going to get a UVisa, despite the fact that you were the victim of a crime.
Or even if I have all the hospital records and everything else.
What the law requires is that you cooperated with the police in investigation. So when you were the victim of a crime, you didn't report it to anybody. The hospital didn't report it to anybody, and it went as a non-crime.
Well, police were on the situation. They were the ones who transported me, but
they didn't investigate anything. They I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay. So there's no way out of this for me?
No, you wouldn't qualify.
Okay.
I don't know why you were the victim of a crime. The police transported you to the hospital and did nothing about it. That makes no sense to me. But I wasn't there. It was 5 years ago.
Okay. I get you.
Figure out another way.
Okay, I have a question. I'm from Jamaica. I'm filing for my 13 and 11-year-old daughter. I start the process the 3rd of December of 2019. They responded to me last month that they need both of them birth paper and my birth paper. But I did not have my birth paper. I lost it somewhere. Filed it at first when I was a green card holder.
Why do they need your birth certificate to file for your daughter? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they sent that they want my birth certificate.
Your daughter's filing for you, or you're filing for your daughter?
I'm filing for my girls, my two daughters.
You don't need your birth certificate. You just need proof that you're a resident or a citizen, and you need to have your name on your daughter's birth certificate.
Oh, well, I submitted whatever they want because I submitted the two birth papers to them.
They're asking for things that are irrelevant, or you're reading the request wrong. But what happened?
And I sent in my citizenship with both birth paper. When I started the file,
get to the end. What happened?
I'm just asking you. Is that normal for them to send for that? And how long after that you think the case would be approved?
It's not normal for them to ask for your birth certificate. There would be no reason for it. In order for the case to get approved, you have to prove you're a citizen and this person's your daughter.
Okay.
That's it. Your birth certificate neither proves citizen or is your daughter. It just proves your birth, which is irrelevant to getting the petition approved. What you need to prove is you're a citizen and you're filing for your daughter. So you would submit your naturalization certificate and you would submit your daughter's birth certificate. And that should have been done in the beginning. You're lucky they asked you for it now. You submit it, and hopefully they'll make a decision within 120 to 150 days from when they receive your documentation.
So, thank you, sir. So I'm asking, so when I started it, I was a green card holder, so now I'm a citizenship. I'm a citizen. So I submit the citizen paperwork to them. You think it's going to move a little bit faster because I'm a citizen?
No, it's at the same time, if not a little slower, if anything. Believe it or not, the waiting time for U.S. citizens is longer filing for their children than it is permanent residents. Okay,
so you said within 120 days, 150 days, I should hear back from them? And the next hear back would be approved?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you,
and
sir. I appreciate you.
And thank you for watching, and I appreciate all your kind words. If you don't hear anything in about 150 days or so, then give us a call because some things are wrong.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Alicia.
I appreciate it.
So my husband did his citizenship on December 2nd. He passed everything, but they want more evidence.
Yes.
So we submit the evidence twice. The post office
what is the evidence
twice.
That they wanted?
He got locked up. He never get charged. They just want to show that it was a discharge.
Okay.
It was, So we send evidence twice. The post office lost it twice, certified mail. So we're going to try tomorrow. They're going to receive, because we're going to do overnight. Is it okay if they receive it on Saturday or Thursday, or are they going to deny us for sending it that late? The deadline is Monday, 13th.
As long as it's received by Monday, you're fine.
Okay, now, one more question. And how long after you deny N400 can you refile?
The next day.
All right, thank you so very much.
Welcome.
I have this friend, she went for her interview, but 2 weeks later she stayed on her phone. Interview has been completed, but must be review, and she will get her notice in the mail. Is that a problem?
What was the interview?
Pardon me?
What kind of interview?
Green card.
It's not a problem unless there's a problem. I mean, right now there's no problem. They're reviewing your case or reviewing her case. Okay. If 120 days comes and goes and no response, then you got a problem.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but she get a response 2 weeks after that.
Yeah, you're asking me. I don't know anything about her case. She went on an interview. Mm-hmm. I don't know one thing that was said on that interview. The only thing I know is she gets a letter back that says, "We're reviewing your case, and you want to know if that's a problem." I said, "No, unless they review it and they ultimately say there's a problem." But I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with the case. I don't have the slightest idea.
Okay.
All right.
So that wouldn't be a problem then.
I said I don't know anything about her case. I have no idea. If there's no problem, there's no problem. If there's a problem, then we got to deal with it. But they're reviewing her case. I don't know anything about it. I can't say anymore. I have no idea. Are you asking me? Right. If you're asking me, is that usual that they would write a letter saying they're reviewing the case? Yeah, it's usual.
Yes,
they review cases all the time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Don't be
nervous.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
My husband recently got a job in California, like 2 months ago, and before that, we had to send the RFE to USCIS, which we did in December, and he just moved to California in November to start a new job. And so we were hoping that I was supposed to join him after he found an apartment and everything. The address that we used to file for everything was here in Pennsylvania. But now we already got our interview letter for this month, end of this month. So I was just wondering if we should go for this interview or we should wait until we both in the same physical address, because I'm supposed to move to California anyway.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a problem when you're not at the same physical address. You're going to have a big problem.
Okay.
But you can't stop it now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to need to have a consultation. We'll figure it out. Maybe you want to move out to California and transfer the case out there. That's what I think I would be doing. But hold on one second.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So I have a question about, I filed a VAWA case on March 2018.
Yes.
And recently they asked me for more evidence on October, and the evidence they asked me is about me living with my husband on an address, but that address we never use it because we went a room at the time, and then we used his family address. So I did a letter, and I have a friend that helped me to do a letter to say that I used to live there, but it was a room. So I don't know if that is a problem.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why would you have your friend write a letter, you would submit it, and then after the facts I wonder if that's a problem? You gotta think about whether it's a problem or not before you start submitting documents to immigration. That's number one. I'm not blaming you. You just, but I get these questions all the time. I just went and just did random crap because my friend told me to do it. And now that I've submitted stuff to immigration, I'm calling Brad and I wonder, is this a problem? Why don't you figure this out before we submit anything? The answer is nothing's a problem as long as it's a bona fide marriage and you live together in the same household. So nothing is it's only a problem when you're not living together. That's my answer.
Yes, but we do have a kid together.
But if you don't, you can have 100 kids together. If you don't live together, it's not a bona fide marriage. So it's
yes,
a problem.
we did live together.
Do you live together at this moment?
Yes, at this moment, yes.
Okay, so then that's
but
all
at
that,
this
that's all that
address,
matters.
it was a woman.
Okay, that's all that matters. And if I don't know what you put in this letter, okay, just like the other lady says, immigration writes me a letter and they're reviewing my case. Is that a problem? No, it's not a problem until you have a problem. I don't know what you put in this letter. I have no idea what you wrote in this letter. All I can tell you is that if you live with your spouse and you have a financial relationship with him and you have children with him, it's a bona fide marriage. I hope you proved it. I don't know if you did or not. I don't know what was even put in this letter. Hold on.
I have a question about my wife's visa. She had her visa interview in December 2019, just like almost a month ago, at U.S. Embassy in Kabul. During her, actually, I would say luckily, after 30 months, she was scheduled for her visa interview. So during her visa interview, she received a 221G, kind of like a yellow.
Why'd they deny her?
Yes. They told her we need your wedding photos. Actually, she had like 9 or 10 photos, me and her together.
So they don't believe it's a bona fide marriage. If they denied her and said, we're denying you because you didn't submit wedding photos, in essence what they're saying is, we don't believe this is a bona fide marriage for love.
And then what happened then,
by the way, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that's what they're saying.
Yeah, but then I sent them like around 30 photos with my parents all together. So there are like a lot of other family members in that. So they responded back and they said your case is under review right now. I'm not sure, but it's showing administrative processing right now. So I actually also went to Afghanistan. I was in Kabul in November, and then I came back on November 22.
How long has it been since you submitted these documents?
I submitted my other document that was like a week and a half ago.
All right, so you got to wait 120 days from a week and a half ago. And then if you have no response, then give us a call.
120 days?
Yes.
And how about, do I need to, they only ask her for her wedding photos. So I was wondering, like, how about if I send the affidavit of support from,
Don't send anything unless they ask for it.
Okay. And a congressman or senator will be a good option?
Wait out 120 days. The good option is wait 120 days. You don't hear anything, give us a call. That's your option, in my opinion.
I have a question. My question is, I'm married to a U.S. citizen, and we're married for 23 years now.
Yes.
Well, I used to live in the U.S., and I committed an offense, and I was deported back to the U.K. because I was born here anyway.
Uh-huh.
And recently, we've been thinking about relocating back to the U.S. Am I able to come back to the U.S. to get a green card as well?
What was the offense?
Forgery.
Forgery?
Yes.
Forgery for what?
Credit card.
How long ago was this conviction?
1996. 96, 97, I think.
Okay. And when did you get deported?
That same year, 97.
Well, you wouldn't be able to return to the U.S. just to visit, but your wife can certainly file a visa petition for you. And if it's more than 15 years since the conviction and more than 10 years since the deportation, you would be eligible for waivers, and hopefully they would get approved, and you would get your green card.
Okay.
All right, but it's a process. It's not like I just get on a plane, I'm going to apply for a green card. Your wife applies for you while you wait in England, you do waivers, and then eventually you come back. So hold on one second.
Okay.
We'll see if we can help you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.